A few weeks ago, we heard the announcement. It's a big partnership aimed at digital transformation, including job creation. And yesterday's big hard fact. According to Microsoft and the federal government, their digital transformation plan aims to create 27,000 jobs in 3 years. And as I told you before, the project has 3 pillars: increased connectivity, upskilling and job creation, and digital transformation. So for the rest of the hour, we're going to be looking at all 3 of this. Last time when we had this conversation, my guest was from the federal government, right? We had Ife Adebayo, the Vice President's Special Assistant on Innovation. Today, we're going to be hearing from Microsoft. Joining us on the show today is the country head for Microsoft, Akin Banuso. Welcome to Hard Facts. I think your mic is mute. Okay. Well, while we wait for him to sort out his mic situation, Lagos, let's keep talking, shall we? We want to hear from you as well. So if you've got questions about this partnership deal, if you've got comments about this partnership deal, we would like to hear from you on 99.3 Nigeria Info.
If you earn a living, you probably own a business, work for one, or want to start one. Business is central to your life. But do most business shows really speak to you?
Today on the show, the $1 billion valuation of
Balogun and Broad does. Let's talk about the stock market and Alaba market. Let's talk about share IPOs and diesel supply LPOs. Let's talk about Broad Street.
The Nigerian Stock Exchange recorded an all-time high of...
And Balogun Street.
The maximum I was spent on fuel to and fro was 4,000.
On Balogun and Broad, Wednesdays at 5.
All right, so we seem to be having connectivity issues with Akin. Hopefully, we're able to sort that out and then he joins the conversation. But yes, you're listening to Hard Facts on 99.3 Nigeria Info. So like I was saying last week, the 3 pillars of this project with Microsoft and the federal government include increased connectivity. Hopefully, if that kicks off, we won't have connectivity issues when we have guests on Nigeria Info, right? Upskilling and job creation is also something else that they're looking to do, as well as digital transformation. So when Akin joins us, he'll talk to us about the specific reasons that made Microsoft choose Nigeria for this program. So you remember that when we had Ife Adebayo on the show a few weeks ago, he mentioned that this was Microsoft's way of investing into Nigeria, investing in the Nigerian economy, right? So Akin will be talking to us about why. Great. I mean, he's the best person to talk to us about why, because he's the country head for Microsoft here in Nigeria, right? So he'll talk to us about the specific reasons that made them choose Nigeria for this program. And then we're going to go over each of the pillars. So we'll start with the second one, because, I mean, that's the one that Lagos is probably most eager to hear about, the upskilling and job creation one, right? So he'll talk to us about that. He'll also talk to us about what precise digital skills the program will focus on, right? So there's a long list of things that it could do, that this program could do. It could focus on software development. It could focus on sales representation, project management, IT administration, customer service specialization, digital marketing specialization, IT support, help desk pro, data analysis, financial analysis, graphic design. So you see, there are so many areas that Nigerians can plug in. There are so many digital skills that this program could offer. So it will be interesting to hear from Akin what they intend to focus on. And we do have him back, I think. He's trying to join. It does look like his connection isn't very great, but we do hope he eventually successfully joins us. If we can't have him join via Skype, we're going to do it with the phone lines. We'll probably just give him a call and see if that works best. We're also going to be asking if this program is part of the Microsoft program that they announced last year. Remember, there was an announcement last year from Microsoft that they wanted to help fill 25 million jobs worldwide. So we'll talk about that. We're also going to talk about how they pick which skills to focus on in Nigeria. Did they use, for instance, maybe the LinkedIn economic graph? So these are some of the questions I'll be asking. I'm sure you have your own questions, and you can call in or send us a message via WhatsApp to ask your questions. We finally have Akin back on the line. Akin, thank you so much for joining, and apologies about the connection. I think your mic is muted. No, we can't hear you. Oh, you can hear me? Why can't we hear you then? What's going on? Okay. I don't know why. Why can't we hear him? All right, my tech team will solve that problem, and then we'll go from there. I don't know why. Can you hear me now? Oh, well, you've been hearing me, but I'm just the one. Okay. All right, so we'll keep working on that. We'll see what happens. Yes, but anyways, let me keep going over some of the questions that I'm interested in asking Akin when he can finally talk to us and we can hear him while the tech team solves that problem. I'll also be asking about this training for 27,000 people. I mean, it's a huge job, right? So hopefully he can talk to us about how many trainers will be needed, what the plan is for recruiting and training these people. Hopefully he can also talk to us about the tools that government can use for job matching and placement, because the press release did say that they'll be providing tools that government can use for job matching and job placement, right? So hopefully you can share with us what those tools are. And Lagos, don't forget, you can share your questions with us. WhatsApp is 080-959-75805. And you can call us on 0700-993-993. I think we can start taking your calls while we figure out what's going on with the connection to Akin, because I think it's from our end, but the tech team is trying to figure it out. So until they can, let's take your thoughts. Let's take your questions, Lagos. 0700-993-993 01465-7190. These are the numbers that you can call. I also think we're going to just try a different way to get in touch with Akin. Perhaps we'll just give him a call, regular call, and hopefully that works out. So Esther, if you're listening, please give Akin a call, and let's get this conversation on the road. Okay, so here we have somebody who's trying to call in. Hello, what's your name? Thank you for calling.
Yeah, my name is Paul Angelo.
Paul?
Yes.
All right, Paul, welcome. Go ahead.
Yeah, I actually, before now, I have read about this
Partnership.
thing about Microsoft, with Nigerians online. I have read about it.
Right.
So I'm really very happy you're talking about this today, because like you rightly said, the three pillars were the creation of job and all those things. I read it for a while. But like, thank God there's somebody on in the studio now. I really want to know what this whole thing is all about. How does it really benefit Nigerians? Come on, think of it. Graduates that are off school, still job searching, and all those. How do they fit into this? Is there a particular way you can actually assess this? As in, because you know, sometimes in Nigeria, you're trying to assess job. You have to go through a particular portal. Most portals have been hijacked, even by the government. You can't really assess it on your own. Thereby, you have to go through a back door and all those. If this actually becomes eventuality, how does graduates still seeking for job assess this opportunity and all this? I don't know how to put it. I just want to know how we can assess this if eventually this comes true.
Okay. All right. Well, I'm sure he'll be very glad to answer that question as soon as we have him back on the line. Thank you very much for calling, Paul. The number to call is 0700-993-993. I think we're going to take a quick break while we try to figure out the connectivity issue we're having with Akin Banuso, who is the country manager for Microsoft here in Nigeria, and as soon as we have that figured out, we'll get the conversation on the road. Apologies about this, honestly. This typically doesn't happen on the show, ever.
This is The Voice Note on 99.3 Nigeria Info. Let's talk.
If you marry the wrong guy or the wrong girl, everything can be derailed one way or the other. So don't play with it. Don't marry a fool, whether male or female. Have a sense of who you are. And when you have a sense of who you are, you will understand who is the fit for you as the Lord leads you. You will know that it's not about naira and kobo. It's not about silver and gold. The son of a rich man is not a rich boy. Because only the one that has the cash flow has the money. What's the best thing that will happen? They'll have a big wedding. They didn't have it for you. They had the big wedding for their own image. They will give you a house and many cars on day one. All the cars will get old at the same time. And if you do not have the capacity to maintain or to keep them, you're already in trouble. They can't pay school fees. Cash flow is money to do everything you need to do every day, not for the wedding ceremony. So marrying the son of a rich man is not your solution. Seek to find the bone of your bone. Who can accommodate the vision and the ambition in your heart as a person? Who can be an enabler for you to emerge? Who can encourage and support you? It might not look like it right now, but just understand that people manifest in what? In seasons. Don't allow anybody to deceive you. Look for a man that fears the Lord, a man who is responsible and right thinking. He has vision and he has ambition. I guarantee you, he will show up somewhere and you will be glad you met him.
On Hard Facts, I don't just bring you the news, I bring you the newsmakers.
Consul General of the U.S. Consul General in Lagos, giving her first ever interview in Nigeria. Claire Pierangelo.
They come to me because they know Lagos is listening.
I love the way you engage Nigerians, especially with these people who are called supremacist Nigerians. They feel they are more Nigerian than you and I.
We talk to the newsmakers.
The Special Assistant to the President on Digital and New Media, Tolu Ogunlesi. Frankenberg has just walked into the studio.
Yewande Sadiku. Yewande is the Executive Secretary of NIPC, the Nigeria Investment Promotion Council. The Senior Special Assistant to President Muhammadu Buhari on Public Affairs, Mr. Ajuri Ngelali.
We talk to captains of industry.
She's the founder and CEO of Tomato Jos, one of Nigeria's biggest agro-industrial businesses. Her name is Miriam Meta. He's been selected for Forbes 30 Under 30. His name is Inioluwa Aboyeji.
We talk to the experts.
He's the chief economist at Business Day. He's a big friend of the show. Also,
he's the head of the Department of Molecular Biology and Biotechnology at the Nigerian Institute of Medical Research, NIMR. Dr. Bamidele Waloko.
And we talk to you.
I found Mr. Usman through Hard Facts. He's a listener. He sent us a WhatsApp message when we were talking about the scanners at the ports.
Give me your afternoon and I'll give you the answers.
All right, we finally have Akin back on the line. Akin Banuso is the country head of Microsoft. Akin, thank you so much for joining us on Hard Facts, and apologies about the connectivity issue.
No problem. Thank you very much for having me.
Okay, so let's get right into it. What specific reasons made Microsoft choose Nigeria for this program?
Well, I'm Nigerian for one, but why wouldn't you come to Nigeria? It's the most populous nation in Africa. It's full of talented people who've got all the talent in the world. And if you think about one of the core areas that we are thinking about, it's skilling up people. And if you wanted to drive real impact in Africa, you go to where you've got loads of talent that just needs that little bit extra in terms of skilling up.
So let's go over each of the pillars, right? I'll start with the second one because the person who called in to ask a question focused on that. So I know that that's what Lagos is eager to hear about, the upskilling and the job creation. Tell us what's going on with that. What's going into that?
So this is something that's been ongoing for us for a while now. We started just after the pandemic started with something called the Global Skilling Initiative. Working with the Microsoft Learning team and our sister company, LinkedIn, providing free skilling for young people to allow them go after targeted jobs. Now, if you've used LinkedIn before, you would know that there's quite a lot of people who post jobs and look for opportunities on LinkedIn.
Right.
And with the telemetry that we get from LinkedIn, we're able to figure out the most popular jobs, the most in-demand jobs in certain areas. And with that, what we then do is we curate courses and skill plans for those jobs. So what we're doing with the skilling initiative then is to look at the first one. The global skilling initiative was to try and reach 30 million people worldwide, and it has already done that. So far, we've reached 196,000 learners in Nigeria this past year. And what we then want to do is to expand this in our partnership with the federal government, which is we're aiming to get to 5 million, upskilling 5 million people in Nigeria over the next 3 years. And in so doing, we also plan to then create over 27,000 new digital jobs in this time frame, right? So it's not something that we can do alone as Microsoft. So the whole idea is we're going to equip master trainers who will train working with our partners in various sectors. We'll give them the IT. So we're going to have 1,700, about 1,700 trainers, and that will provide blended online and in-person training courses to the country's youth as well as government workers. And then the government will then be able to give the tools to digitally transform skilling, education, and employment methods, which will then match job seekers with the right employers.
It all sounds great. Which digital skills precisely does the program plan to focus on? So,
when it comes to digital and skilling, there's no one size fits all. So we're looking across the broad base. Like I said, we know that there are skills in demand such as coding, data science, technical support, and the whole gamut. So whatever the telemetry is telling us is needed today in the world that's, in the brave new world that we're going into. Those are the skills that we're going to be looking to make available to our young people.
Right. Now, you already mentioned that this is part of the program you announced last year to help fill 30 million jobs worldwide, yes?
Yeah, so there was a program globally called the Global Skill Initiative, and that's run, and we're extending that, but that program is mainly online. This skilling initiative with the federal government of Nigeria is built specifically for Nigeria. It is a blended program, which is not online alone. It's a blend of online and offline, where we will actually skill up master trainers who will then be able to also give in-person training for certain things. And there will be opportunities to help people with job matching and helping them develop in other areas as well.
I see. I always think about the number you have in front of you, 27,000 people, right? Training them is a huge job. How many trainers do you think will be needed? Do you have a plan for recruiting them, for training them?
Yeah, so this is, again, this is not something that we're going to do by ourselves.
Right.
This is a deep partnership with various partners in there,
right.
Primarily the federal government, but we're going to work with many agencies, the Ministry of Youth, Sports and Development, the Ministry of Communications and Digital Economy. So a lot of people are going to come into play. Like I said, we will start the project by skilling up 1,700 trainers, right? Who will provide, the blended online and in-person training, to the country's youth as well as government workers. And then what you will then find is that figure of 27,000 new digital jobs that will be created in that time frame will also come out of that. So there will be a knock-on effect where we're skilling multiple people. You can think about in some areas we already have interest in some states who perhaps want to take a whole bunch of youth corpers and bring them into the government. If they have the aptitude, we skill them up, and then they go out and support further government workers, for example, right?
Mm-hmm.
And by so doing, you're creating a virtuous cycle of productivity, because these people come in and they are being productive. They're helping others learn, and they're helping us as a nation. So you'll see the government itself becoming a lot more effective and efficient.
Right.
Because then they have people who can hold their hands. I mean, I think one of the good things here is you can tell younger people. I mean, my kids, for example, you would think that they were born with a keyboard or keypad in their hand, right? So, and if you think to my parents' generation, it's really difficult for them, right? So by having programs such as this, which you don't expect everybody to come in with the same level of aptitude or ability, then that's why we're going for this blended approach, where we can still go into government agencies, and you will have people who will then go in and hold their hands and help them to come up to speed.
Right. I heard you mention earlier on that you're going to provide tools that the government can use for job matching and placement. What are these tools? What will they be?
So there's already, I mean, if you're going to look for jobs, you need to be able to present your talent and your skills in the best way.
Right.
So we're going to be partnering with people who will actually also help people, to design, to look at their resumes. There will be job matching tools. So if you think about our sister company, LinkedIn, they already know who's advertising or the hotspots for certain types of jobs.
Mm-hmm.
So if it's support jobs, if it's analyst roles, we already know. We have that data. So when you're going into a program and you pick a path, a pathway that you want to go into,
right,
you will have the access for people to help you along the line as you go and do the training. And some of those will also have certification at the end of it, which you can then take the certification. You have your certificate, and you can leverage that to grow yourself in any way you want to, right? So there will be loads of tools available, from not only online tools, not only software tools, but actually people support as well, which is quite important.
Okay. Lagos, if you just tuned in, you're listening to Hard Facts on 99.3 Nigeria Info. On Wednesdays, we bring you Balogun and Broad. On Balogun and Broad, we try to give you access to the business stories as it affects you. So you see a business news headline. Well, how does this story affect me? On this segment of Hard Facts, we try to break it down for you. And so that's why we talk to the people who own these businesses. We talk to the people who work for these businesses, and we talk to them, be it on Broad Street or Balogun Street. We bring them here to you for you, and have them talk to you, and have them answer some questions you may have, or address how certain news stories affect you as a businessman, businesswoman, business owner, business associate. I'm Sandra Ezekwesili, and we have the country head of Microsoft on the show with us today, Akin Banuso. He's talking to us about their partnership with the federal government to provide digital transformation, right? There are 3 pillars to this project: increased connectivity, upskilling and job creation, and digital transformation. So what we're trying to do within the hour is look at all 3. The last time we had this conversation, we spoke with the Vice President's Special Assistant on Innovation, Ife Adebayo. And today we said, well, let's go to the people themselves who are partnering with the government, and let's hear from them, in detail what they plan to do. And that's why he's here. That's what he's talking about. And we're going to talk some more after the break. So keep those calls coming in. My phone lines are going crazy at the moment, so I'm sure Lagos is burning with questions. We'll take all of those questions. We'll take your messages on WhatsApp as well. WhatsApp is 080-959-75805. We're streaming live on Facebook, Nigeria Info 99.3, YouTube as well, Nigeria Info FM. We have Twitter, where you can share your thoughts as well, at Nigeria Info FM.
You've always wished you had a Samsung washing machine? Now you can get one in the Super Deals promo. From now to the 31st of May, you can get up to a 24% discount when you buy a Samsung twin tub washing machine and an 11% discount on drum washing machines. Get a washing machine and enjoy innovative technology that only Samsung can provide. Stay connected with Samsung.
Charles!
Yes, mommy?
Go and bring 2 sachets of hypo bleach for me.
Why 2?
Because I'm using one to soak the whites and using one to kill all the germs.
But I can't see any germs here.
They are so tiny you can't see them. But they are there. And that is why I trust only hypo bleach to kill them all.
Make your white fabrics whiter and your household free of illness causing germs and viruses with the disinfecting power of hypo bleach.
Or dreadlocks can be better. Only for girls we know better. Lush hair. So you want to slay? Slay with swag. Gotta be lush hair. Gotta be lush hair. Straight up curly. You know they tango. Lie. Gotta be lush hair. Gotta be lush hair. You wonder how I shine like this. I'm on a lush hair, be the coco. Say you want to know. And if you wanna be fine like me, I can show you where to go. A lush hair, be the coco.
Beautiful people know how to make an impression, and that's why they only trust Lush Hair Extensions to bring out the shine in them. Lush Hair, be beautiful.
Hi there. If anyone ever asked you for your banking app password or PIN, your card PIN or the 3 numbers on the back of your card, your pay ID or answers to your security questions, do not give it to them. These details are private and highly confidential. They must never be shared. Stay smart. Don't lose your money to scammers. This message is from Kuda Microfinance Bank, the bank of the free. Download Kuda on the Play Store or the App Store and open an account to enjoy free banking.
Enjoy the fresh vibes of La Casera with new colorful, exciting look. But the Bamba apple taste no change. La Casera, I love this drink.
I have to read for my exams, but I feel so sleepy.
Hey, drink Amber.
Omo, this work ataya gone. Alaye, you no go drink Amber.
I'm not sure I can meet that deadline.
You can't, Joe. Drink Amber. This traffic na die, oh.
Guy, not to drink Amber.
That's right. With 1 can of Amber energy drink, you get your daily recommended dose of nutrients, vitamins, amino acids, citric acid, and a blend of guarana, a natural caffeine to give that huge rush of energy to get you through your day. And don't forget that refreshingly premium taste that is sure to blow your mind.
Last, wahala for uno dey drink Amber, oh.
Amber is proudly Niger and available in stores near you. Amber energy drink. Stimulate the energy in you.
Need money? Rent money. Need money? Rent money.
Need money?
Rent money. Visit rentmoney.com or call 0700 5500.
Need money?
Rent money. Need money? Rent money. Need money? Rent money.
Need money?
Rent money. Visit rentmoney.com or call 0700 5500.
Need money?
Rent money.
You've always wished you had a Samsung washing machine? Now you can get one in the Super Deals promo. From now to the 31st of May, you can get up to a 24% discount when you buy a Samsung twin tub washing machine and an 11% discount on drum washing machines. Get a washing machine and enjoy innovative technology that only Samsung can provide. Stay connected with Samsung.
Before now, getting a good HMO that works perfectly for my staff was a lot of hassle. Many HMOs come with cumbersome registration. It gets worse when my staff come back to complain about the terrible service they get from these HMOs. I decided to give Reliance HMO a try based on glowing recommendations I received from my HR colleagues, and I was not disappointed. I was able to register all 100 staff in 5 minutes. I have access to a 24-hour responsive helpline and an account manager that helps me with any issue. My staff raves about the premium service they receive from Reliance HMO. They especially love the access to gym, spa, dental care, and the hospital roaming. I no longer worry myself about issues concerning HMO. Reliance HMO does that for me. I will recommend them any day.
Visit reliancehmo.com/corporate or call 0700 7354 2623 to get a quote for your company and start enjoying reliable healthcare today. Reliance HMO. You can rely on us.
Enter the place and brighten. Make everybody they wonder. Waiting because of the shine. Lush hair. Long hair or short doesn't matter. Crochet or dreadlocks can be better. Only for girls we know better. Lush hair. So you want to slay? Slay with swag. Gotta be lush hair. Gotta be lush hair. Straight or curly. You know they tango. Lie. Gotta be lush hair. Gotta be lush hair. You wonder how I shine like this. I'm on a lush hair, be the coco. Say you want to know. And if you wanna be fine like me, I can show you where to go. A lush hair, be the coco.
Beautiful people know how to make an impression, and that's why they only trust Lush Hair Extensions to bring out the shine in them. Lush Hair, be beautiful.
Your Friday afternoons just got better on Downfall Conversations with Ireti Bakari Yusuf.
People need to be very careful. There's a friend of mine that has been trafficked for how many years now? I'm just an educated person from an office. She just met a child, they went for a vacation, and like that, that's how she was trafficked.
People are afraid to seek or ask the right question because they're afraid of surgery. I call it 2 F's that affects women with fibroids: fear and fund.
When you have a child less than 12 years, as a housewife, it's child trafficking already.
Of course.
Child trafficking. So you shouldn't have a housewife that is less than 12 years.
Tune in to Downfall Conversations with Ireti Bakari Yusuf every Friday from 1 to 2:30 p.m. right here on your number one station for talk, 99.3 Nigeria Info. Let's talk.
You've always wished you had a Samsung washing machine? Now you can get one in the Super Deals promo. From now to the 31st of May, you can get up to a 24% discount when you buy a Samsung Twin Tub washing machine and an 11% discount on drum washing machines. Get a washing machine and enjoy innovative technology that only Samsung can provide. Stay connected with Samsung.
Charles!
Yes, mommy?
Go and bring 2 sachets of hypo bleach for me.
Why 2?
Because I'm using one to soak the whites and using one to kill all the germs.
But I can't see any germs here.
They are so tiny you can't see them. But they are there. And that is why I trust only hypo bleach to kill them all.
Make your white fabrics whiter and your household free of illness causing germs and viruses with the disinfecting power of hypo bleach.
We're back.
We're
back on 99.3 Nigeria Info.
I'm Sandra Ezekwesili. You're listening to Hard Facts on 99.3 Nigeria Info. Every Wednesday at 5 o'clock, we bring you a brand new segment. It's called Balogun and Broad.
If you earn a living, you probably own a business, work for one, or want to start one. Business is central to your life. But do most business shows really speak to you?
Today on the show, the $1 billion valuation of
Balogun and Broad does. Let's talk about the stock market and Alaba market. Let's talk about share IPOs and diesel supply LPOs. Let's talk about Broad Street.
The Nigerian Stock Exchange recorded an all-time high of...
And Balogun Street.
The maximum I was spent on fuel to and fro was 4,000.
On Balogun and Broad, Wednesdays at 5.
And today from Broad Street, we have Akin Banuso, who's the country head of Microsoft. And he's talking to us about this partnership that is aimed at digital transformation, including job creation. Before the break, we spoke about the second pillar of this project, upskilling and job creation. Right now, let's talk about increased connectivity. That's the first pillar of this project. Akin, tell us how your airband technology works and how you're going to use it to provide internet to Nigerians.
Okay, thank you very much, Sandra. So the Airband initiative was something that we started out in the U.S. To help with rural connectivity. Believe it or not, there's a lot of underserved communities out in the U.S. And what we aimed to do then was to find solutions that would bring connectivity to those underserved communities in a way that was not so expensive. So the first thing we did at the time was to start working on research for how to use what we call TV white spaces. So that's the unused spectrum in your old TV signals, and that could be used then to transmit broadband. And we really focused on that for quite a while. And the Airband team have been working, the Microsoft Airband team have been working with the Federal Ministry of Communications and Digital Economy and local partners for a while on this to license that technology. But Airband is not limited to that technology alone. Okay, so we've rolled it out in Ghana, in Kenya, the US, and India. But what we're now doing is we're focused on what is the underlying issue. It's not really a particular type of technology. It's just to make sure that there is broadband or increased connectivity to underserved areas, right, so that they too can join the digital era. Mm-hmm. And that means that today we now partner with many other organizations, some that are known and some that you may never have heard their names. Mm-hmm. And our intention is, and what we're doing in Nigeria now, is to partner with some of those companies to increase connectivity. And that connectivity can be via radio, Wi-Fi, even satellite, and we're talking to satellite companies as well, just so that we can increase connectivity into those areas that are underserved. And once they have that connectivity, then the idea is then to layer on top of it digital transformation, such as the things that we're talking about: skilling, training, healthcare, agri-tech, financial inclusion. So there's so many other things that's going to come with that, and that's so the objective of the Airband team now is not just about providing connectivity with one particular type of technology. It's about anything that will help us ensure that we bring everyone on the planet into the digital economy.
Now, is the plan for Microsoft to be a retail ISP, or will you be selling the broadband connectivity to other ISPs?
Not at all. So what we do is we work closely with local partners who will improve and add broadband connectivity. So what we've done in the past is we'll make a grant that will make it so if for example, you have an ISP who wanted to bring connectivity to my village, mm-hmm, and it's not commercially viable, right? Mm-hmm. What we will do is we'll partner with them and we could go, in 50-50 or whatever it is, the cost, so that, and we could help them with technology as well, mm-hmm, and with funding and grants, mm-hmm, for example, mm-hmm, to ensure that connectivity gets there. So therefore, those areas that may not have been commercially viable for the normal ISPs would then be connected.
I see. Lagos,
So
we
we're
want
not
to.
looking to make,
Okay.
we're not looking to make any money from this.
From this, Lagos, let's hear from you as well. If you've got questions, let's hear it. Do you have questions about this plan for increased internet connectivity? Do you have questions about the plan for upskilling and job creation? Women, call us on 014657190. Women, call us on 014657190. Men, call us on 0700 993 993 993. 0700 993 993 993. Nosike is in Lekki. Hello, Nosike. Welcome.
Yeah, Sandra, good evening.
Good to have you on the show.
Thank you. Will ageism be part of the job matching tools?
Will what?
Ageism.
Ageism. Will ageism be part of the job matching tools?
Yeah.
All right, Nosike, thank you very much for calling. Keep listening. I'm sure he'll answer that. Akin, will ageism be part of the job matching tools?
Ageism, isn't that something where people will discriminate against someone because of their age?
Yes.
No, definitely. We don't believe in any kind of discrimination at all. You know, the idea, and this is what I keep saying, that the idea is to bring as many, in fact, everyone into this new world. And that's why you will find that even the skilling plan that we're talking about is a hybrid one, where you will have people not only having to go online, as we have with the GSI, but there will be, you know, a hybrid method where people can be taught offline as well.
Right.
So that we have a you know, different needs of, you know, everyone has a different way of learning, right? And we want to capture as many people as possible.
Right. Okay. So we've got Chisom from Unilag who wants to know how I think it's a he, can key into this training. How can he get involved?
So it depends on if you want to be a trainer or a trainee. The government will be rolling out into all of the 6 geopolitical zones, and they will make announcements about how to enroll. If you're going to be a learner, because I mean it's 5 million people that we plan to skill up, and if you have the skills and you believe that you could be one of the trainers as well, there will be you will see very soon the government will start to roll out the ways in which they're going to recruit or pull people into this, because as I keep saying, what we have here in Nigeria is a lot of talent. What we don't have is a lot of skill, or enough of the skill. So if you have the talent, we're looking for you, and you're willing to work hard.
Okay, we've got Adetola, a first-time caller on the show. Adetola, welcome.
Yeah, thank you. So my question is very simple. So how do one partner, I mean, from the private angle, how do we partner on these initiatives so we could, you know, add value also? Okay.
Adetola wants to know how private sector that isn't already partnered can partner to add value.
Okay, so we are, depending on what you do, we are partnering with a lot of different people, a lot of different organizations. I mean, this partnership is on for the foreseeable future. So we're here for the long term. We are as part of the digital transformation. We are looking at a solution for tackling corruption through digital transformation. We have a solution called Act, right? We are looking at safeguarding our cultural heritage through digital transformation, deploying our AI. So we call it AI for cultural heritage. And, you know, and part of that, for example, and I say this because, you know, as part of this, we're going to be deploying our AI technology for preserving languages. And this is the first thing that the government has asked us to do.
That's the one I'm actually the most curious about. How will that work?
So if you think about it, language is a core part of cultural identity.
Right.
And actually, if you look over the last 50 to 70 years, quite a few smaller languages have gone extinct.
Right.
Because there's no one to speak it or to pass it on.
Right.
Right. And so what we can do with technology is in keeping languages alive, is in preserving those languages. So some of the interventions we would do would be are not limited to recording speakers, transcribing text, developing digital databases of shareable information, for example.
So kind of like Duolingo.
Exactly. So if you think about when you might not have done this when we were young growing up. You can sit around the fire, sit around the table, and people tell stories. Think about how we could record all of these stories. You know, if your grandparents are done, we can record these stories. We can use AI to store and process this data at incredible speed, whilst also identifying patterns and creating new ones. Right. So the power of AI and the power of the technology we have today would help us to capture and record, you know, and then transcribe all of these things. And that is a way of, you know, you can even then capture all the dialects if you wanted to, right? And preserve them without necessarily saying that, okay, everyone in that village, no one knows how to speak that language anymore.
So areas like that are where private sector players can key in. Is that what you're saying?
Yeah. So private sector players can key in if they're in the heritage, if they're in that line of business. If you think about agri-tech, people who are already in agriculture, we can work with them. If you think about healthcare, if you're a healthcare provider, for example, we could work with you to digitize your services such that the village nurse can then become an aggregator for medical services. Because instead of people traveling far distances, 2 days to go see a specialist, the specialist is where they are, and then the nurse has the technology, is able to carry out basic tests, able to triage and ask sensible questions, and then the specialist, wherever they are, then translate and interface with whoever is in the center there, right? In the local vicinity. So you could be running a private practice and having customers in remote locations. It could be transportation. It could be, you know, we're talking about cultural heritage here. So we are open to all manner of ideas, whatever business you run. Digital will only serve to enable that business.
Okay. All right. Oh, I also want to talk about something you mentioned earlier on about government and the fight of corruption. I know that your press release mentioned artificial intelligence and machine learning. How can these things help the EFCC fight corruption?
So what we have is technology. We call it anti-corruption, you know, technology solutions. And it's a switch where really what it is the government will come in and put in their own data. So they'll point to their own databases. And the idea of it is that having quick access to all of the data in one format, where you can pull out all the data and then you can see the patterns for corruption. So the real thing is you're able to revolutionize the methods of corruption detection, prevention, and analysis, right? So you can very quickly see the patterns. If someone is making a series of transactions that fits a pattern that we know already, you know, or the system AI will flag it up. It's kind of like what the technology that's already deployed in banking today. If you have a credit card and your bank knows that you told your bank you're traveling to Ghana. You went to Ghana, you used your card in Ghana, and then suddenly, within 30 minutes, your card is being authorized in China and somewhere else. It's physically impossible for you to be there, right? So AI can flag that up. So it's a similar pattern. It's a similar technology which can then flag up, you know, recurring patterns, which then lead to then say to people, okay, please look further into this, and then, you know, block that.
Now, lots of Nigerians have concerns about data privacy. I'm sure you've seen the ongoing controversy over IMEI numbers. So, how will personal information about innocent citizens be protected?
Very good question, and this is something that Microsoft takes very seriously. And you will find that quite often in the news, you'll see the company going to court to fight on behalf of our customers' privacy. We do not joke with personal privacy. So we believe that technology is here to aid human beings, and it's not about violating people's privacy. So everything that we do is with that in mind. So even with this act that we're talking about, that's why we said it's about the government itself pointing us to the data that it has. So they will help them point to the data that they have, and you look at the existing data sets that you have and pick out patterns. So it's not about invading people's privacy. It's more about looking at the data sets that you have, and it's usually publicly available data that then shows you the patterns that you can see. And most of the things that happen, if you analyze the data properly, you can pick out quite a bit.
All right, then. I think the big question for a lot of people is there some way that they can reach out themselves if they want to, for instance, be master trainers, or if they want to provide healthcare services, or any of these other services that you mentioned for private sector players? Is there some way that they can reach out?
So at this point, the government is busy creating the systems and how it's going to be curated.
Okay.
We expect that there will be, and this is why the vice president made the video, and our global president Brad Pitt made a video as well. We want people to be aware that there's opportunities coming up. If we're going to get to 5 million, we really do need everyone to be aware and to be on the watch out. So it will be done in a very open and transparent manner.
Okay.
We believe that there is enough in that for everyone who really wants to and has the desire to learn and grow.
Okay. Well, we have had Akin Banuso on the show with us. He's the country head for Microsoft Nigeria. Akin, thank you so much for your time. It was a pleasure talking to you on the show today.
Thank you very much. Great to be here.
Lagos, let's give you a chance to win some money, shall we? So we give you information about how you can get jobs. We give you information about how you can transform your life, and then we also give you money because we're awesome. We're great like that. We're Nigeria Info. The nation's #1 station for talk. I'm Sandra Ezekwesili. You're listening to Hard Facts on 99.3. By the way, you can listen to us wherever you are. You don't need to have a physical radio or be stuck in some car somewhere. You can just listen to us if you have an earpiece and a mobile device. If it's a smartphone, download the app. If it's a regular phone, just search for 99.3 and listen wherever you are. Or also log on to www.nigeriainfo.fm.
Salary earner and experiencing salary delays. In need of school fees, loan, or house rent? Does your business need expansion and you've got no money? Do you need a car or equipment for personal or business use? Worry no more. With Creditville Auto Lease and flexible loan products, you are just a call away from achieving your financial goal. Simply dial
07000 330 330.
You can also send us an email via info@creditville.ng or log on to www.creditville.ng. Creditville, financing you for a good life.
All right. You answer as many questions as possible and win. That's how this goes. Today's high score is 5. So you need to answer 6 questions. If you can answer 6 questions correctly, you win. That's how it goes. Yesterday, we had a man try. So today, let's have a woman try. You already have the numbers. But if you don't, 01465 90. 01465 7190. That's the number for for women. You have to answer at least 6 questions correctly. That's how you win. Who's the lucky person going to be? Hello. Thank you for calling us. Hello.
Hello, good evening.
Good evening. What's your name? All right. So you have to have enough airtime so that when you win, you can stay on the line, okay?
Okay.
Okay. Your time starts now.
This is Just a Minute.
How many states recorded COVID cases yesterday?
6.
Did yesterday's COVID numbers go up or down from Tuesday?
Down.
What state had the most new COVID cases yesterday?
Lagos.
Today, the Senate opened public hearings on what issue?
Pass.
What position does Ahmed Idris hold in the federal government?
Pass.
James Ibori was governor of what state?
Delta.
I can hear the person that is whispering the answers to you. I don't even know whether I should disqualify you or not. The government of which country recently returned some Ibori loot?
UK.
Who just lost a defamation case brought by Uche Secondus?
Pass.
How much did the court award Secondus in the defamation case?
20 million.
Secondus brought the case against Mohammed for publishing his name as part of a list of what?
Pass.
Pass. Okay, so you got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 questions correctly. Well done. Congratulations. I think you are a winner today. So stay on the line, right? Stay on the line. Don't hang up so that we can get your details. Huh? Don't hang up.
Do you need to meet up your goals for the year? Then here's the good news. Goals are easily achieved by choosing Creditsville as a reliable credit assistance. Creditsville is accessible and reliable at all times. With Creditsville, interest rates are affordable, repayment plan is flexible, disbursement is processed within 24 hours. These and many more are the reasons why you should choose Creditsville as your accessible and reliable financial partner. For more information, log on to www.creditsville.ng and you can give us a call on 07 000 330 330. Creditsville Loans, Investment, Leasing.
After the news at 6, we will have a real estate investment company join us on the show to talk to you about digital marketing. If you want to learn about that, today's a good day to listen after the news. They'll be here immediately after the news to talk to you about that. You can find me online, Sandra Ezekwesili on Facebook, S. Ezekwesili on Twitter, and S. Ezekwesili on Instagram. Lagos. Those were your hard facts. Good night. Hard Facts with Sandra Ezekwesili is available as a podcast on all streaming platforms. Catch this and previous episodes anytime you want to.
99.3 Nigeria Info. We are more than just radio. Subscribe to our YouTube channel at Nigeria Info FM. Check us out on Facebook at Nigeria Info 99.3. Follow us on Twitter at Nigeria Info FM and on Instagram at Nigeria Info FM Lagos for live updates as it happens. 99.3 Nigeria Info.